Have you ever really paused and thought about how your daily habits could be affecting your lifespan? It's easy to go through our routines without considering how even the smallest actions, like what we eat, how we move, or even the way we think, could be accelerating the aging process. Most of us get caught up in the hustle of daily life, rushing from one task to the next, without realizing that many of these habits, even the ones we consider harmless, could be quietly undermining our health. What if I told you that your daily choices, things you do without even thinking, are shaving years off your life? The truth is, many of these habits may seem minor, even routine, but they have the potential to wreak havoc on your body over time. The foods you eat, the amount of movement you get, and how you manage stress play a massive role in your long-term health and the way you age. And the scariest part is that these detrimental effects are often gradual, happening without any obvious signs until years later. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into 5 everyday habits that are surprisingly shortening your lifespan. These habits may seem like they're harmless, but they are causing long-term damage that could be keeping you from living your healthiest, longest life. Whether it's your diet, your level of physical activity, or how you deal with stress, every decision you make impacts your aging process. We'll show you how to identify these habits and, most importantly, how to change them. You'll also discover some practical, easy-to-follow tips that will help you break free from these harmful habits. By replacing them with healthier choices, you could add years to your life. Imagine having more energy, feeling healthier, and being able to live life with a sense of freedom and vitality, no matter your age. Whether it's revamping your diet, finding ways to incorporate more movement into your day, or learning how to manage stress better, the changes you make today could dramatically improve the quality of your tomorrow. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge and tools you need to make smarter, healthier decisions. You'll be empowered to live longer, feel better, and look after your body in a way that will support your long-term health and well-being. Stay with us until the end because what you'll learn could radically change the way you live, starting today. So, don't wait any longer. Watch this video now because your health is worth it. If you haven't subscribed yet, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you never miss a life-changing video. Your support means the world to me, and if you found this video helpful, please help me keep sharing these valuable insights by liking, commenting, and sharing it with others. If you're enjoying this topic, please comment 1. If you feel like something is missing or want to see improvements in future videos, comment 0, and let me know how I can make this channel even better for you. Let's get started. 1. Poor diet and overeating. We've all heard the familiar saying, "You are what you eat," but have you ever really stopped to reflect on the profound truth behind it? In the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, it's all too easy to grab that quick snack or order fast food because it's convenient, familiar, and often comforting. But what we don't always realize is that these convenient choices come with consequences. Consequences that reach far beyond a simple momentary indulgence. It's a harsh reality, but a diet that leans heavily on processed foods, sugary snacks, and unhealthy fats creates a dangerous foundation for a lifetime of health struggles. We're talking about more than just weight gain or minor discomforts. We're talking about real, life-altering conditions that can rob you of your vitality and shorten your time on this earth. A constant intake of low-nutrient, highly processed foods has been proven to accelerate the development of serious health conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. And let's not sugarcoat it. These aren't just minor annoyances. They are life-threatening diseases that, left unchecked, can devastate your body and your future. Take heart disease, for instance. Every time you indulge in those fried foods or sugary snacks, you're unknowingly contributing to the slow but steady buildup of plaque in your arteries, which leads to an increased risk of heart attacks and strokes. The damage doesn't stop there. Over time, these unhealthy eating habits can lead to diabetes, a condition deeply intertwined with poor dietary choices. Diabetes doesn't just make you thirsty or tired. It brings with it a range of debilitating complications, like kidney disease, nerve damage, and vision loss, that can diminish your quality of life and drastically shorten your years. These are not just problems you can ignore. They are silent killers, creeping in while you're distracted by fleeting moments of comfort. And let's not forget about overeating. I know, we all love to indulge now and then. After all, food is more than just fuel. It's an experience, a memory, a moment of joy. But when overeating becomes a habit, when portions grow too large and constant snacking becomes a way of life, the body begins to suffer. Your digestive system is forced into overdrive, working tirelessly to process an excessive amount of food. Your blood sugar spikes, triggering a roller coaster of energy highs and crashes, and your metabolism struggles to keep pace. This unrelenting strain leads to long-term health issues, including weight gain, digestive discomfort, and an increased risk of high blood pressure and fatty liver disease. These are the silent consequences of overeating, insidious, creeping, and devastating to your well-being. I know it's hard. Life can be stressful, and food is often our go-to source of comfort, especially in challenging times. But here's the truth we need to face. Our health and longevity depend on the choices we make today. Moderation is the key. It's not about depriving ourselves of the foods we love, but about learning to strike a balance. By focusing on a diet filled with fresh fruits, vibrant vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, we nourish our bodies with what they truly need. We don't just manage our weight, we strengthen our immune system, boost our energy levels, and enhance our overall sense of well-being. Small changes can have a huge impact. Aim to fill half your plate with vegetables, reduce your reliance on processed foods, and cut back on sugary drinks. Every step you take toward better eating habits is a step toward a longer, healthier life. It's not about perfection, it's about finding that sweet spot where indulgence and balance coexist, so that your body can thrive for many years to come. Trust me, your future self will thank you. 2. Lack of physical activity. In today's fast-paced, technology-driven world, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of a sedentary lifestyle. We've become so accustomed to the convenience of desk jobs, digital entertainment, and personal gadgets that we often overlook the impact of prolonged sitting on our health. Whether it's working at a desk for hours on end, binge-watching yet another season of your favorite TV show, or scrolling endlessly through social media, we spend far too much time sitting without even realizing the toll it's taking on our bodies. At first glance, it might seem like no big deal, but I can't stress enough how harmful this inactivity is. It's creeping into our lives more than ever before, and it's causing long-term damage. Sitting for extended periods, day in and day out, is one of the most detrimental habits you can develop, especially when it comes to your overall health. It's not just an inconvenience. It's a silent, insidious threat to your well-being. The risks are staggering. For one, it significantly raises the likelihood of obesity. When we don't move, our bodies burn fewer calories, and over time, that extra energy gets stored as fat. Before you know it, you're carrying around pounds of weight that you never intended to. But the damage doesn't end with weight gain. Oh no. That excess weight begins to burden your joints, your heart, and your organs, making every movement feel like a chore and setting the stage for even bigger health issues down the road. And let's talk about your heart, because inactivity is a major contributor to cardiovascular disease. Your heart is a muscle, and like all muscles, it needs regular exercise to stay strong. When you spend hours sitting, your heart and blood vessels are neglected, leading to a weakened cardiovascular system. This can pave the way for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and even a stroke. What's worse, research has linked inactivity to type 2 diabetes, as your body becomes less efficient at using insulin, causing your blood sugar to spike. It's a vicious cycle that's harder to break than many realize. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But here's the silver lining, and I want you to hear this loud and clear. Exercise is your salvation. It's a simple yet incredibly effective way to reverse the damage caused by sitting. Imagine being able to rebuild your strength, reduce your risk of chronic disease, and feel more energized just by moving your body. Regular physical activity doesn't just strengthen your muscles and joints. It strengthens your heart, lowers your blood pressure, and helps you maintain a healthy weight. Plus, it has this magical effect on your mood. When you move, your body releases endorphins, those feel-good hormones that uplift your spirit, reduce anxiety, and even help alleviate the dark clouds of depression. It's not just about looking good. It's about feeling good from the inside out. But wait, there's more. Staying physically active also helps preserve muscle mass and bone strength, which are crucial for maintaining independence and mobility as you grow older. As we age, we naturally lose muscle and bone density, but with regular movement, you can slow that process down and even reverse some of the damage. You can stay strong, vital, and active well into your golden years. So, how do you start? It's easier than you think. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise each week. Things like brisk walking, cycling, or swimming. Or if you're feeling more ambitious, go for 75 minutes of vigorous exercise, like running or high-intensity aerobics. But if you're just starting, don't worry about being perfect. Every little bit counts. Even short bursts of movement, like a 10-minute walk after lunch or a quick dance to your favorite song, add up and make a difference. Remember, exercise isn't just about hitting the gym. It's about incorporating movement into your everyday routine. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, walk or bike to the store, play with your kids or grandkids, or just take a stroll through the neighborhood. The possibilities are endless, and they're all small steps toward a healthier, happier you. So, don't wait any longer. Get moving today. You deserve to feel your best, inside and out. 3. Chronic stress. In the whirlwind of our modern world, stress has become an unavoidable companion. It's a familiar feeling for many, one that lingers in the background of our lives like a shadow we can't shake off. Whether it's the unrelenting demands of work, the constant pressure of financial concerns, the challenges of maintaining relationships, or the overwhelming load of daily responsibilities, stress seems to follow us relentlessly. It feels almost as if we're programmed to be stressed. We live in a society that moves at an impossibly fast pace, and often, we forget to pause and take care of ourselves. But what so many fail to realize is just how dangerous chronic stress can be. The kind of stress that doesn't go away after a difficult day, but instead, it sticks around, haunting us for weeks, months, and even years. I can't help but wonder, how many of us truly recognize the toll that stress takes on our health until it's too late? When we're stressed, our bodies go into survival mode. It's a natural response to danger, right? We've all felt that jolt of adrenaline before a big presentation or during a stressful situation. But here's the problem. When the stress never lets up, and our bodies are constantly in that fight or flight mode, it begins to break down. The stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, that help us respond to immediate threats, start to wreak havoc when they're released over extended periods. Over time, the damage accumulates, like cracks in the foundation of a house, and the consequences can be devastating. Chronic stress is directly linked to inflammation, a silent destroyer that eats away at your organs, blood vessels, and tissues. This inflammation is not just an inconvenience. It is at the root of so many debilitating health issues. High blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, and even a weakened immune system are all the unfortunate results of living with constant stress. When your immune system is compromised, you become more vulnerable to everyday illnesses like the common cold or the flu, and it also makes it harder for your body to recover from injuries or surgeries. Imagine constantly feeling drained and struggling to heal from even the smallest of wounds. It's exhausting, physically and mentally. But it doesn't stop there. The emotional toll of chronic stress is equally damaging. It chips away at your mental well-being, making you more susceptible to conditions like anxiety, depression, and even more severe mental health disorders. It creates a vicious cycle. Stress feeds more stress, and the longer it lasts, the harder it is to break free from its grip. The emotional burden becomes unbearable, leaving us feeling isolated, overwhelmed, and sometimes hopeless. And perhaps the most heartbreaking reality of all is this: prolonged stress can shorten your life. That's not just a theory, it's backed by studies that show how stress can be a silent killer, quietly accelerating the aging process and increasing the risk of life-threatening conditions. People who experience chronic stress are at a much higher risk of suffering heart attacks and strokes, and over time, their lifespan can be significantly shortened. Stress isn't just an inconvenience, it's a thief of life itself. But here's the silver lining: you have the power to take control. While stress is an inevitable part of life, it doesn't have to dictate your health or your happiness. Managing stress is within your grasp, and it doesn't require drastic changes or unattainable goals. Small, consistent steps can make all the difference. Acknowledge when stress enters your life and choose to respond in healthier, more mindful ways. There are simple, effective ways to manage stress that you can integrate into your daily routine. Meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises. These practices help you reconnect with your body and mind, grounding you in the present moment. Even if it's just for a few minutes each day, taking a pause, breathing deeply, and letting go of the tension can work wonders in lowering your stress levels. I can tell you from personal experience, these moments of stillness provide a deep sense of relief and calm. In addition, spending time in nature, cultivating hobbies that bring you joy, or nurturing relationships with loved ones can do wonders for your mental health. Self-care is not selfish, it's vital. It's the foundation of maintaining not only your physical health but also your emotional resilience. So, remember this: stress doesn't have to have the final say in your life. You are stronger than you think. By actively managing your stress, you can protect your health, safeguard your happiness, and ultimately, add more years to your life. Don't let chronic stress rob you of the precious moments you deserve to enjoy. Take control now and watch as your health begins to flourish once more. 4. Smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. When it comes to habits that rob us of our precious time on this earth, smoking and excessive alcohol consumption undoubtedly stand at the top of the list. These two behaviors continue to wreak havoc on our health and have devastating long-term consequences. Yet, despite all the research, warnings, and knowledge available, they remain alarmingly common in many parts of the world. We know the dangers, but the temptation can be so hard to resist. It's heartbreaking to think that something so avoidable is responsible for so much pain and loss. Let's start with smoking. We all know that smoking is a silent killer, but do we grasp the full extent of the damage it does? It's one of the leading causes of preventable death worldwide, and the evidence is staggering. With each puff of smoke, you're adding years of wear and tear to your body, damaging it in irreversible ways. Smoking is directly linked to lung cancer, heart disease, stroke, and chronic respiratory conditions like COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Yet the number of smokers continues to rise, despite the world's best efforts to raise awareness. Every cigarette smoked increases your risk, just as every moment spent inhaling that toxic smoke brings you closer to an early grave. It doesn't stop at your lungs. It destroys your blood vessels, impairs your circulation, and forces your heart to work overtime. Your lungs suffer, yes, but so do your arteries, your brain, and every other vital organ that keeps you alive. No one can escape the consequences of smoking, and the idea that this simple act could steal years from your life should shake us to our core. Imagine years of potential, years filled with memories, joy, and laughter, lost to a habit that's not even satisfying in the long run. Isn't it worth fighting for? And then there's excessive alcohol consumption. It's not just about the occasional drink with friends or a glass of wine at dinner. We're talking about chronic heavy drinking that destroys your body from the inside out. While moderate drinking may not seem harmful for some, excessive alcohol consumption is a ticking time bomb. The long-term effects can be catastrophic: liver disease, including cirrhosis, heart disease, high blood pressure, and cognitive decline. Alcohol is a depressant, and for those who drink heavily, it slowly steals away your mental clarity, leaving behind a trail of anxiety, depression, and despair. It doesn't just ruin your liver. It weakens your heart, clouds your mind, and wreaks havoc on your emotional well-being. You might feel fine in the moment, but over time, it takes its toll, leaving you with fewer years to enjoy the people you love and the life you've built. The cold, hard truth is that excessive alcohol consumption shortens not just your life but the quality of it. When you combine smoking and excessive drinking, it's like signing a death sentence. The damage to your body doubles, and the risks escalate exponentially. You're stacking the odds against yourself and inviting health issues that could have been easily avoided. But here's the thing, these habits are not set in stone. You can break free from them, and you can start today. Quitting smoking may seem like an impossible challenge, but it's one of the most empowering decisions you can make. The sense of freedom, the pride, the improvement in your health. It's a gift to yourself and those who love you. Cutting back on alcohol or drinking in moderation may seem like a small change, but it's a game changer for your well-being. The reality is that these choices are completely within your control. The sooner you choose to take action, the better off you'll be. Tip: if you smoke, make today the day you begin your journey to quit. There are so many resources out there, from nicotine replacement therapies to support groups. You don't have to do it alone. Let others help you. And if alcohol is a daily part of your life, consider cutting back. Aim for no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. It's a simple guideline, but it can make all the difference. Remember, the fewer toxic substances you allow into your body, the longer and healthier your life will be. You are worth it. Don't wait any longer. Start making healthier choices today, and reclaim the years and quality of life you deserve. 5. Poor sleep habits. In today's fast-paced world, where each day seems to fly by in a whirlwind of responsibilities, it's all too easy to push sleep to the bottom of our priority list. Work deadlines, social engagements, family obligations, and personal to-do lists often leave us sacrificing our rest, thinking we can manage with just a few hours of sleep. But here's the harsh truth. Sleep is not a luxury. It is essential for maintaining our health and well-being. And the consequences of neglecting sleep can be far more devastating than most people realize. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. When we fail to prioritize sleep, we're not just compromising the next day's energy levels. We're setting ourselves up for long-term physical and mental struggles. The impact of chronic sleep deprivation is deep, touching every part of our body and mind. In my personal experience, I've seen how sleep, or the lack of it, affects people in ways that go beyond simply feeling tired. It weakens our bodies, slows down our minds, and makes us more vulnerable to life's challenges. Let's begin with the physical consequences, because they are often the most glaring. Sleep deprivation has been directly linked to an increased risk of obesity, a condition that many people overlook when they focus solely on diet and exercise. What most don't realize is that sleep influences hormones that control hunger and satiety. When you don't get enough sleep, your body becomes more prone to cravings, especially for unhealthy, high-calorie foods, which can lead to overeating and weight gain. The worst part? This vicious cycle can set in, where poor sleep leads to poor eating habits, and poor eating habits further disrupt your sleep patterns. It's a battle that makes it harder to win, but it's not impossible. But the problems don't end there. Chronic lack of sleep puts a strain on your heart, raising blood pressure and contributing to inflammation, 2 major risk factors for heart disease. I've learned that heart disease often doesn't make its appearance until it's too late, and sleep deprivation can be an insidious, yet potent, contributor. The effects are also far-reaching in terms of metabolic health. Studies have shown that people who don't get enough sleep have a significantly higher risk of developing diabetes, due to the negative impact on the body's ability to regulate blood sugar. And just when you think things couldn't get worse, your immune system, your body's natural defense mechanism, also takes a hit. Without sufficient rest, your immune system weakens, leaving you vulnerable to illnesses like colds, the flu, and other infections. Over time, this only makes it harder to recover and enjoy a good quality of life. On top of all this, poor sleep doesn't just affect the physical body. It also ravages our mental health. There are days when we may think that we're functioning fine despite getting little sleep. But the truth is, sleep deprivation takes a significant toll on our cognitive abilities. It's harder to concentrate, harder to make decisions, and harder to remember important details. Sleep deprivation impairs our ability to think clearly, leaving us feeling foggy, disconnected, and emotionally drained. The mental toll can be devastating, especially when you consider how deeply it affects our mood. There's a growing body of research linking chronic sleep deprivation to an increased risk of depression and anxiety. It becomes a vicious cycle. Bad sleep leads to poor mental health, and poor mental health, in turn, makes it even harder to get restful sleep. It's a painful reality that many face, and one that affects not only the individual but also their relationships, work, and overall happiness. Now, before this all feels overwhelming, there's hope. We have the power to break free from this cycle. While the road to better sleep might not be immediate, small changes can have a significant impact on the quality of our rest, and, in turn, our quality of life. I truly believe that investing in better sleep habits is one of the most important steps we can take for our health, and it's completely within our control. Start by creating a sleep-friendly environment. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary, a place where your body can fully relax and rejuvenate. Make sure it's dark, quiet, and cool. Ideal conditions for deep, restorative sleep. A comfortable mattress and soft pillows are often overlooked but can truly make a world of difference in how well you sleep. In addition to that, establishing a regular sleep schedule can do wonders. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your body's internal clock, which makes it easier to fall asleep and wake up naturally. It's simple but powerful. And of course, there are things you should avoid. Large meals, caffeine, nicotine, and electronic devices, especially before bedtime. The blue light from screens can disrupt your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time for rest. If you're struggling to unwind, try substituting your phone screen for a good book or some relaxing deep breathing exercises. Meditation, stretching, or even listening to calming music can help signal your body that it's time to sleep. These small, mindful changes are the foundation of better sleep hygiene, and with patience and consistency, the rewards will come. In the end, a good night's sleep is the most natural and free gift you can give yourself. It's not just about resting your body. It's about recharging your mind, uplifting your mood, and setting yourself up for a healthier, more vibrant life. It's time to stop sacrificing your sleep and start embracing it as the essential pillar of health that it truly is. Your body and your mind deserve it. Now that we've explored the profound impact of sleep on both our physical and mental well-being, I hope you're feeling inspired to make some positive changes. We've covered how a lack of quality sleep can lead to weight gain, heart disease, weakened immunity, and even mental health struggles like anxiety and depression. But we've also discussed practical ways to improve your sleep habits, simple changes that could transform your life for the better. What have you learned from this video? Is there something new about your sleep habits that you're excited to apply? I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share one thing you plan to bring into your daily routine to improve your sleep starting tonight. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're here to bring you more tips and insights that can help you live your healthiest, happiest life. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourself, starting with a restful night's sleep.